I have another question in relation to life on Earth being so short. And before, like, let's say maybe 3 or maybe 5,000 years ago, were those people during that time? Did they have the tendency to live more time? Like I heard stories for people living like over 150 up to 800 years old. Is this something that came from another civilization? They have that capacity, or was something just for the people during that time to live that period uh, longer lifetime?
Okay, like we said, with the example of that Jesus Christ was not as one person. There were different versions of Jesus Christ existed at the same time. So, for example, Moses, who was living, yes, about 800, 900 or even more. What was happening? Technically, there were assistants who were bringing through the portal. It sounds like fantasy, but that's how it was. Through the portal, a new body with extended features, and the soul was positioned in a new body without much change. So they were changing the body technically or artificially because of the mission of the soul.
Okay, thank you. Next question. What is the most important thing about life that we should know?
The most attachment of a human is their loved ones. So this is the most precious in life. And now we will say the word matrix in another sense. Matrix as a program which stopping human from developing. So this power of matrix brings to the human mind, which is really jealous, which is wanting more and more. This matrix brings a lot of new toys, we would say. Do you want this toy? Do you want that one? To distract a human being from their loved ones. This distraction sometimes, and more often than sometimes, is painful to watch for your creator. And the creator is learning this pain, which, as opposed to pain, is being felt inside the human being as a joy of or success of gathering something, of obtaining something, of achieving something, not being with loved ones as the opposite. So the main point of love is to learn to enjoy being with the loved ones, with the dear ones, most of the time during the lifespan. And the lifespan, as you know, is very short. So if you learn to have priorities, you treasure those moments more than, for example, achievements, your own achievements, you will succeed. And only then the matrix will stop making obstacles in your life for a greater and greater achievement, for more hard work, because you will show you live in abundance. You will show that you don't need anything because you are happy how you are. You are surrounded by your loved ones, and actually the greatest, we would say, pain for human being is to, of course, to lose the loved ones. And this is planned to make the spirit of your system to grow strong, very strong. Some people, they go through it. Some people succeed to go through it, some people not. And as, for example, you asked why the lifetime is so short. For some people, it's a blessing to go from this current life and incarnate in a better, we would say, situation. You can continue asking.
Does it too much love create attachment? For example, a love of a mother to a son or daughter, in case of if there is a short living of the child, or even if the mother passed away in an early age, that does it create a sort of attachment? Will that disrupt the love of the human being when there's like a stop on, I mean, when they cut the cord for that love?
The attachment is always there. The attachment is different. It depends on the first of all whether the soul is cosmic. The attachment will be different. If the soul is earthly and have been reincarnating on planet Earth, it's like different taste of candy. The attachment, the love, and it is always different scenario of how the human being will survive this situation. For everyone, it is unique. And it's a great experience.
Thank you. And a follow-up question about love is still, what is the best way to love someone?
There are levels of loving your dear one, various levels. Again, depends on whether the soul is cosmic or not. In fact, there are a lot of suicides within the society who belong to different civilizations, whose soul belong to different civilizations because they do not agree to this reality, to the rules of the reality. They do not agree how the human civilization is not going according to the plan because they agreed before incarnation to something else, to different reality, to different laws of reality, and still when they incarnated, it's not what they wanted. But different levels of love, they depend on the attitude. And attitude is the main point also. It's an aim or target why the soul incarnates into the body, why it comes to this plane. Some of them, they have attitude, yes, I love, but they have like different perspective. But I know that my soul will live forever. And from this perspective, love is different. They're not so much attached. They can love on the distance. And these people, they find it harder to get into relationship because they don't find it comfortable to be attached to someone forever. There is different, for example, another way of love is those also cosmic souls, which came to transform this reality. They're more strong. They don't go into compromises. And they want to possess someone who is dear to them. This possessiveness can be very strong, and this possessiveness doesn't allow another human being to develop, maybe. And this love becoming like pain to both of them. There is another love, for example, from parents to children, from children to parents, even from humans to their pets. This is also love. This is also very strong connection. In everything what we mentioned, you are getting great experiences, and love is the only instrument to develop the human being as a person, not as a soul, as a personality. And we have been working to change the traits of personality gradually from one civilization to another civilization. Now, this example of what you are is the perfect example of personality, which can have anything, expressing anything from anger to euphoria to joy to happiness, from jealousy to forgiveness, and so on. So all this we would call love because all these emotions are part of Creator. You can ask another question.